So we're back, day later, we're back in the garage gym. Got a to-do list for today. Number 1, coffee. Number 2, paint the rig. So going for the second coat on the rig on these uprights and the J-hooks down there. Gonna get a pretty sure third coat, and the pull-up bars are actually gonna get a second coat as well. So hopefully they will dry and be able to get all those. So get them done pretty high up the list first, so we can get them done, and hopefully they'll be able to, the pull-up bars will be able to go up later on tonight. Number 3, gotta paint around the new door, because you can see this little gap around the door needs painting on either side. You can see that there. Number 4, unpacking deliveries, because we've got a bunch of boxes that I still have yet to open, and there are even more inside, so we're going to get those done. Number 5, we're going to train. So I did one session in here yesterday, not like a full session. I still can't use the uprights as yet, because they've got to have rubber inserts on the J-hooks and things like that, but be able to train. Also, what I'm going to do, it's not on the list, but I'm going to try and measure up for these gaps in the floor. So like this gap here between the matting and the wall, I'm going to measure up for those. I'm going to measure up for this piece in here, the piece to go into the door, and then also last one, I'm going to try and measure up for this tiny little gap that runs along there. So we're going to get all that in. Not sure how far we'll get with getting the flooring in, but at least we'll get it measured up maybe and possibly cut, but try and fit it as best I can. But yeah, coffee's done. Let's get on to painting the rig. So just got done painting the uprights there now. It's about the third coat, I'm pretty sure. They're probably going to need one more again, just to make sure that we have got pretty full coverage, although we'll check that out once it all dries up. Second coat on the actual bar, then once that's dry, I'll be able to prop them up and then do the second coat on the ends of these. Second/third coat on the J-hooks. They look pretty much good to go, to be honest. They're going to have rubber inserts put into here like I've showed you before, and they will probably, I don't know if they'll be done tonight, but maybe a little bit later in the week. It's Thursday already, so hopefully they'll get on before the weekend. Now, got about 45-ish minutes, so I'm going to get into painting this little corner here. You can see there, this little gap on the end of the wall, all the way up there. I'm going to paint that. Probably only get this side done. Won't have a chance to probably get the other side done over there as well before we got a client in. So I'm going to get on with painting that piece. Cut to a little bit more time lapse. In my shoes, world on my shoulder, heart full of blues, I'm in the dirt, down in the dirt. So yeah, got done with painting this corner. You can see all the way up. Didn't have a chance to get the other side done, that little gap there at the edge, before this afternoon's client. I'm gonna get my training in now before I head off and coach again this evening. But yeah, gonna get into some training. Probably not gonna show it. Probably not gonna show much of the training. We'll just cut to, we'll probably call it here for today. Pick us up again tomorrow, and we're gonna be another coat on the uprights. The J-hooks are probably now finished. We're probably gonna cut the rubbers for those, and then also give these ends of the pull-up bars their second coat, and the pull-up bars a third coat, and then maybe another coat on the ends if they need it before they go on, if they go on tomorrow night. Pick us up again tomorrow. So it's Friday, just got done with the final coat of paint on the uprights. There is pretty much nil paint left in the in that tin, so probably going to have to get a little bit more to paint the struts that go in from this piece around here into the wall. Get a little bit more tin to paint those. But yeah, J-hooks are almost finished. You can see they've got the rubber inserts on them. You can see there, they've now got the rubber inserts on them. They're not fully finished as yet, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, yeah, they're not quite fully finished as yet, but they are getting done. So they've also got rubbers to go inside here, in there, all the way up, so that it sits nicely when it grips on to the uprights. Got another coat done on the pull-up bars. Those are pretty much finished. Those outside edges, them edges there, still got to have another coat. But the pull-up bar itself is probably done, unless I decide to paint them again. If we get more paint, but yeah, we'll decide that once they're probably up. Also done a couple of other things. There's a lot of like screws, just old screws screwed into the sort of beam. There's also a lot of old screws, sort of like screwed in to like the beams up here and things like that around the edges. So I've taken all those out, a couple of nails in there, so I've taken a couple of those out. Also taken out my old light. Those of you that saw my Instagram videos see that the light was probably coming from above, and that's because it was up there somewhere, just about there. And then there was also, it was linked up to a plug like over here, and it was running down. So yeah, that's all been moved. It's looking a bit messy in the moment, got ladders everywhere and stuff. But yeah, it's going to get tidied up. Got a client in later on tonight. There's only one in today, so Friday's pretty quiet. Get it tidied up, let that paint dry. Probably going to get into trying to fit some of the flooring. We're going to have to shift everything and make sure I wedge all the flooring up to where it needs to be. All of sort of these bits, making sure that all these are all wedged in to where they need to be as far this way as they possibly can. Move all this stuff out of the way to do that. So yeah, I'm going to get that done a little bit later now. Cut to a little bit more time-lapse footage. So we're done with painting the uprights. They're now completely finished. They've had about 4 coats and they're fully covered. They're completely done. These are the what are they? They're the cross members to go from sort of this bracket, and they'll bolt into the wall. There's 4 of them, so just had the ends done. They're not quite done. They've got to be painted again, and probably not going to do them tonight. They'll get done tomorrow, and you'll see them in the next video. J-hooks are almost completely finished. Got rubber on both sides now, on the bottoms here, stop the bar. That is to make it, those two are to make it fit properly around the uprights. And then there's one more piece, if you can see, if I put it that way, there is one more thicker piece to sit in here so that they sit nicely around the uprights. So yeah, that is probably all the updates we've got for you for this one. Probably going to call this one here. We're going to finish this one here because there's not much else going on tonight. There'll be much more of the same because it'll just be more painting of those. Next video, hopefully, going to be a bunch of new stuff going on. But yeah, thank you for watching. Catch you in the next Garage Gym update.